The most important thing for India has been that it digitized its economy, and 1.5 billion people in India have a digital identity. It enabled young startups to do fast payments. Between 2015 and 2017, we opened 550 million bank accounts. Every second bank account was opened in India. We then seeded it with Aadhaar and mobile number. And then it enabled all these young startups to do fast payments. India is the only country where PhonePe competes with Google Pay and Paytm competes with Amazon Pay. We built an alternative model of open source, open API, globally interoperable model. It's very different from the Western part of the world, where all of you, when you get into Meta or you get onto Google or you get onto Amazon, your data is owned by them. Your data is owned by them, and that data is then analyzed by them. They build new products and sell it back to you at high prices. So your data is owned by them, but in India, the digital empowerment protection architecture ensures that your data is owned by you. The model cannot memorize your data. And that is why during India's G20, it was accepted that this is the model for the rest of the world, and the global south should emulate what India has done. So ladies and gentlemen, India built up an alternative model where we built the digital public interest layer, but we allowed private sector to innovate and compete. And therefore, we did fast payments, and today we do 50% of the fast payments in the world. China is next with 20%. But then we had a number of young startups, Mobikwik, Pine Lab, etc., who started looking at the history of fast payments and provided credit. And then you had another set of startups, Zerodha, Grow Upstock, who took stock market to tier 2, tier 3 cities and rural areas. And then you had another set of startups like GoDigit and Echo, who took insurance to tier 3 and rural areas. So India does identity, credit, fast payment, stock market, credit, all within 30 seconds to 1 minute on the back of mobile. No other country does this. No other country does this, and that is why India leapfrogged, and during COVID period, we did 2.2 billion COVID vaccination without any paperwork. My daughter, who was living in San Francisco, was only doing paperwork. I haven't used my credit card for over 4 years now. I've never been to an ATM machine. The only time I used it when I went to visit her to hire a Uber vehicle. So in many of these areas, India has really pole vaulted digitally. And as the Bank of International Settlements said, India achieved in 7 years what it would have taken India 50 years to achieve. 7 years what it would have taken India 50 years to achieve.